Hi everyone, it's Lori from Enchanted Dreams 71 and welcome to my craft room. I hope you are all happy, healthy, and blessed, and I want to thank you for coming and spending some time with me in my craft room. I really do appreciate it. So today we are actually going to do this little pocket here. It is a multi-pocket. I'm trying to see where I am, guys. It's been like forever since I made it. Well, I made a video yesterday, but prior to that, it has been quite a while. But I had actually saw this probably about a month or a little over a month ago from Pink Monarch Prints. This little pocket here. And you actually, the way I'm going to do mine, you're going to have a pocket here. You're going to have a pocket on the back. And then you have a pocket here. You have a pocket here. And then you have a pocket down here. And if you choose to glue it at the bottom, you would have another pocket right here. So we may do them both ways. Now, I made mine kind of skinny. This is a little under 4 wide because my journals, normally my journal covers are 9x6, and my actual pages are, depending on whether it's prints borderless or not, that has a lot to do with the size of the inside pages. But as long as I could print it borderless, then it ends up being 8.5 by 5.5 on the inside. So I try to make my pockets around 5. So even if I made my pocket, 4.5, this cute little, would be like a pocket within a pocket, or a multi-pocket within a pocket. You could just slip it in a pocket in your journal. So like I said, these are the things that we are going to dress this one up. And this one I actually did with the papers from Nomad Moon Madness on Etsy. I had bought quite a few of her coffee dyed papers. Now you can, and we'll do one in just a minute, you can use double-sided paper so that you have a print here if that's what you want to do. And again, like I said, you could also glue this one down here. That way it does not come apart. But this one, since I have coffee dye back here, I am not going to glue this down. That way you could take this out of the pocket, take all your goodies out, right? So, let's see. So let's say you have a tag here, and a tag here, and a tag here, and a tag here, or what have you. You could even stick something back here if you wanted to. You could actually take all of that out, and then this just goes in here. And since you're able to remove it from your pocket, you could actually use all this down here as journaling space. Even this up here that you can see once it is, and this is not glued down yet, once it is put together. Now, this little piece, I did tear the edge of it right here. Shame on me, but I did. But that is the piece that I actually tore it. Instead of cutting it like I should, I tore it off from here. So that's your paper. And then you just take this and stick it in there. And then for this sheet of paper to use the whole sheet, and this is an 8x8 sheet of paper. So you could take your digitals, cut them down to 8x8. You could take scrapbook paper, cut it down to 8x8. And I think some scrapbooking paper may come in an 8x8. I'm not positive. So then I decided just to take this little piece here and actually glue it here. And you have another pocket there. And then since we're putting it in a pocket and taking it out, there's where I tore it, but it's neither here nor there. We'll glue it here, and then you have another little pocket on the back. So that's what the back looks like. Hope I'm in camera. So anyway, that's the way that's going to go, and we will just do that at the end. And what I'm thinking about doing is just putting this here. So probably as far up as I can get it, and then all this other space can be for writing. This little piece, this is just a Tim Holtz piece. Forgive the hand, it's not working well. Doctor appointments later today. It's Friday morning, the 11th, when I'm filming. This is just a little Tim Holtz piece that I actually folded. And I saw in her video that she had a little something similar like glued down right here, and then in the edge of it she punched a hole, put an eyelet, and actually hung a little charm off of it, which I thought was charming. No pun intended. Okay, so that's what we're going to end up doing with that. But again, I'm not going to be able to pick that up. Let's slide it. Yep. Gotta have OT, guys. Fingers aren't working. Can't pick stuff up. So, these are the offcuts from my digitals. I'm using all digitals, and I've already cut them down to 8x8 because I had to get out my big cutter for that. My smaller cutter needs a new blade, so I'm going to have to go and order it. So these were the offcuts from these. So what you could also do is that offcut where I made this an 8x8, we could actually use it in here for a tag if we chose to. Or you could put some paper in it, make it a little booklet, and actually have you a little booklet back here, which will provide even more writing space. And the booklet idea would be good if you chose to glue this down right here, which means this would not come open, okay? So there we go. So we'll probably do some. So I do have some Shabby Dabby Doodah here. These two are double-sided. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do those because I do have words. And then I picked out some more papers, another one of those, from Nomad Moon Madness. These are all from her, and they are printed on and coffee dyed. So they'll be similar to that one. You know, just whatever you decide to do. So I think we'll start out with one of these. So you got your sheet. So I guess the first thing you need to do is figure out kind of what you want on your front and what you want showing up here. Like on this one, we have the coffee dye showing, and the print is all on the outside and the front. But since this one is double-sided, let's see, if I did that up like this, then this is going to be my outside. And I think that would be pretty. And this would be the piece that we cut off. And that would be the back side. So I think we're going to do that. So you take your paper and you're going to figure out which side you want to use and how you want to orient it and what you want to be cutting off, keeping in mind what you put up here is the piece that you're going to be eventually cutting off. So if I can try to get that somewhat straight. Okay, that one worked out really well. Okay, so you just do it like that. So you got your 8x8 square. You're going to turn it this way, and you're just going to fold it in half. It's pretty much all that you're doing, okay? Then you're going to open it back up, and then you're going to take the bottom piece, and you're going to bring it up, and you want it kind of centered. So you can use a ruler to center it if you choose to. Let's see, this is corner to corner about 11 1/4. So half of 11 is 5 1/2. And then we got 1/4. So I think about right there is probably going to be good. If you want to be precise, you don't have to be precise. Or you could line this up right, because that's going to be your middle, and just try to make sure that this is as close to the middle, and you're just going to do it to that line and then do it like that, okay? And then we are going to cut this piece off, and I think I'm just going to try this time to do it with scissors instead of tearing it. feels like that scissors at the end of it has something going on. So there's our little piece. We're going to keep it. So we've cut that off, so that comes up like this. And then you simply decide how wide this way you want your, and I like this size. So I'm just going to take my template and kind of use it as my guide as to where I'm going to fold it at. So we will just fold that one that way. And then we take this one and we're going to fold it this way. That is way, way too little. Maybe I don't want to go that far. Let's see. What we want to do here. Okay, so that one's going to be, what's that one going to end up being? That one's going to end up, if I do it there, it's going to end up being right at 4. So we're going to bring it in just a little bit more. You can make them wider if you want to, because alright, so that is not even. That needs to come out some more. So that looks pretty even to me. So I think we're going to do this one about right here. There we go. Now let's see what this ends up being. Yep, right at 4. So this one is 4. So I'm going to get my bone folder and just squish all that down. So now look at how pretty that is. So you've got that pretty pattern up there. You have a pocket there. You have a pocket here. You have a pocket here. And if you glue these two down, you would then have a pocket there. Okay, so then you want to figure out which one you want to see the most. And I like this the most. So I'm going to take this and put it inside that one. Like that. And there we go. There's our pocket. Now, then if you wanted to, and I'm not sure that I want to be honest with you, because this is so pretty, I don't want to cover it up. But let's see what we might can do with this one. Let's go ahead and fold it kind of corner to corner. I don't think I really cut this correctly at all. Or something. Who knows? Okay, let's just... Fingers are not going to work. Let's just do it this way. And then to make it, we'll just cut this little sliver off like that. There we go. So that's the only piece of that paper we're not going to use, because we can also use the tag or the offcut, like I said, and this is the offcut. Okay, so what do we want to do with this little baby here? I wonder if we put her on the back. Either close her up as a pocket right here. Let's see. If we closed it up, we could make it actually a double pocket, one there and one there. That would be cute. I'm wondering if we can kinda... That would be cute. Okay, so that's one idea that you can do with the cut off if that's what you choose to do. Okay, so on this one, since it is lined, and you can't really, or not lined, but since it has a pattern, find your words, Lori, we are just going to glue right under here. And I don't even know if this will even come out because it's been weeks since I've used it. Yeah, that definitely feels pretty tight in there. Because I haven't crafted in weeks, and my last video was just like an Etsy shop share video. Let's see if we can get this down in there and get any of that glue out of there. Okay. Alright, so I got a little sticky note, so I'm just going to use a sticky note just to see if it's going to come out. Oh yeah, good. It's wasted a big old glob, but it's okay. Alright, so now, again, we have placed this into this, right? And now we're just going to pop this open. And let me put something down because I definitely do not have a steady right hand. I know that's an ugly sheet of paper, but this is what it's used for. Okay, so we will just put a little line of glue at the very bottom. And then we'll just close that up. Alright. So now that is closed at the bottom. I just dropped something. I did not put my lid back on my glue. Yep, not easy. Okay, so now what we have is 1, 2, since we closed that up, 3, 4. So now we have 4 pockets instead of the 3. And again, we could put this back here and actually make it 2 more pockets if we wanted to. Don't know if I want to. Not so much worried about it being a one sheet wonder, just that it's a really nice project. Okay, so this offcut, we could make this a tag. To go into one of the pockets just by cutting it in half. I think I want it the other way. This way. Maybe. So it's going to open that way, so I guess we'll do it this way. Yeah, and then we could just put that tag in there, so then you have a tag, and we could turn it into a tag shape. Also, like I said, you could make it into a booklet. Maybe I'll do it this way. Well, why don't we put this into this pocket? I think that would be okay there, because if we cut the corners, it's going to look like a tag. And then we're going to have something else back here. So let's go ahead and have some tags right here. Let's see if we can find something. These are Rachel at Roxy Creations. Oh, that one's pretty, and that bird's got kind of that, a little bit of that same blue. Ooh, that would be nice. Look at that. That one may work. Oh, look at that one. That one's it. Because it really goes with the outside. Okay. So we'll use that one. And that goes in the back pocket. So then what that does is kind of breaks up the pattern of this being the same, right? And that just goes in there again, breaks up that pattern a little bit of it being the same thing. And then you just find different doodads to go in here. You could dress this up. You could put lace here and here. Since this one's closed down, you could put lace all the way across the bottom if you wanted to. So that would be really cute. Oh, yeah. That's cute. I like that. And again, this is Pink Monarch Prince. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one more. Okay, so we just take it and try to get it even. I tell you, I'm blind as a bat. I didn't tell you guys what happened, so I had called and without even thinking or questioning, called and made me an appointment for, okay, those will still be upside down no matter which way I go, really. No, that, anyway, it'll be all right. I had called and made myself an appointment for an eye exam, right? That was totally crooked. An eye exam. So they made it for Saturday, July 5th. And me not thinking that's, you know, the day after July 4th, holiday weekend. And so I didn't question it, right? I just took the appointment because I knew I needed new glasses because I can't even see with, you know, my glasses on. So, made the appointment. So my husband drove me, right? And my appointment was at, what time was it? 9:20? Yeah, 9:20. And this needs to come over more. 9:20. And so we get there about 9 o'clock. Because I don't like to be late. I'm that person. I would rather be early and have to sit and wait for a moment than to be late. And, yep, that's good right there, I think. Okay, so now this one is just a hair under 4. So I'm okay with that being a hair under 4. And then again, we're just going to pick which one we want to put inside. And then we just put it inside. Okay. Oh, let me squishy, if I can pick it up. It should go all the way in there. Acted like it didn't want to. There we go. Look at how cute, guys. Oh, very cute. So, this is going to go in our to-do box. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, so I'm just going to stick it in there straight up and down. So there's another one. Ta-da. Yay, those are fun. Okay. Let's do a blue one. So anyway, we get there, right? Or maybe my appointment was at 9:15. So we get there, and they have the regular lock, but then they have a deadbolt lock. And my husband's like, it looks like, because we parked right in front of the door, because nobody was there. There was one truck in the parking lot, and shortly after we arrived, waiting in the car, some man came out of, because it's like different offices or whatever you want to call it, in this little complex. And anyway, he leaves. He even waves bye to us. So yeah, he waves bye to us, so we wave bye back. And so we're sitting there waiting, and door's still not open. Nobody's come to open the door. Deadbolt is still locked. So I told my husband, I said, get out and check the door just to make sure. So, and while you're doing that, I will call. So I called, and I get a recording that says, we will be closed on Friday, July 4th. And we'll reopen. And we'll reopen on Monday, July 7th. And I was like, are you kidding me? So, it told me to leave a message. I did have to call up on the Lord in that moment. And when I was leaving my message, and I was like, yes, this is Lori Edwards. And my birthday is 5/16/71. Close enough. And you guys made me an appointment. I said, it is Saturday, July the 5th. And you guys made me an appointment for this morning at 9:15. It is now 9:30, and my husband and I have been sitting out here in our car for 30 minutes. Said, can someone please give me a call? That one looks a little bit higher, but you know what? I'm okay. I could care less. Somebody's got a problem with that. They need to move on, I tell you. All right, so there's that. And then we'll find this one and stick it in there. We might make a booklet, a tag out of it. Who knows? But these will go in the to-do box. So we're going to stop with that right there. And I will do these right here when I have time. And I'm filling up to it. We'll do those. Or I'll do those. Excuse me. Take a drink, guys. But yeah, I'm like, I need someone to call me back. And we'll go ahead and put this one over here too, because we're not going to finish this one today. We'll go ahead and stick her in there. Not sure what we're doing with her, but she's in there. They're all together. All right, so this is the one I said we were going to finish. So I'm like, could I please have someone give me a call to reschedule my appointment on a day that you're actually going to be open? So, yeah, now my appointment's not until, like, what, the 17th, maybe? Whatever that Friday is. Oh, that's the earliest we have. I'm like, I'm blind with my glasses on. I'm like, are you kidding me? You should totally bump someone else, is what I'm thinking, and give me their quicker appointment. You know, it costs us gas money and our time to and from, wear and tear on the car. Also, if you're going to ink and you're going to close this up, you need to ink before you do that. Excuse me. Yeah. Just do your inky dinky before then. If you're an inka-dinker, and I am, so sometimes. I didn't on the Tina papers because I just think they're gorgeous just the way that they are, so. And I'm not sure exactly what's showing, so we just gonna ink-a-dink about everything, I guess. Or just about everything. Oh, this might show. So yeah, now my appointment's not until the 17th, so I will be blind even with my glasses on until the 17th. And they have gotten really bad. Excuse me. Over the last, I think, well, I'm already late for my appointment. It was supposed to go once a year. It was last February, I believe, when I went. So February, March, April, May, June, July. I'm 5 months late, but still my eyesight has gotten so bad. I could tell it because I've been trying to do more study, more Bible study, and yeah, reading my Bible and all that. And I do find it increasingly hard to actually be able to see. I'm going to do this on the inside just in case any of it shows, because Lord knows I can't fold straight. And I'll do this. Excuse me, I have no idea what that is. I'm going to pause you guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So, yeah, I will be blind until then. But anyway, okay. So this, I was just thinking about putting up here, about there. I thought that would look cute on here. About there. Okay, guys, now we got that on there, and we will go ahead and put this on there, and we're going to leave it hanging over just a little bit so that we can, let's see, make sure we get it up the right way, so that we can put a little charm on it, but it will still fit in our pocket. So our little charm will go out here. That way it doesn't infringe on our pocket. So we don't want to get into this. We want to stay on this part. Alright, so now, excuse me for the sniffles. I seriously had to pause you guys and sneezed for about 5 minutes straight, it felt like. So I do apologize. Thank goodness we're about done, I guess. Okay, so we're going to put this here for a pocket. So I got it where I want it. So I'm just going to open this and put just a little, well, I said a little. Look at that bunch. Set a little bit of glue there for that side. Okay, I want to make sure that's not closed up because I don't want it closed up, because you can still open this up. And right there, since I tore that. And then we will bring that right there. So now we're still open at the bottom, so we can still open up this paper. Get that glue off of there. So we can still open up the paper. Oh, can we open it up with this on there? Well, to that point, I guess, you could open it up. You can still find places to write on. We're still good. I'm not worried. I am not worried about that. You could still open it up. So anyway, let's put this back in here where it goes. So that is that pocket. So I'm just going to grab a few Tim Holtz stuff because now I have the sniffle whiffles. And we could use this back here if we wanted to as a tag. And then in here we have some little Tim Holtz things. We could put... of course, you could put more stuff in there, but we could, let's see. Sorry, you got the sniffles and I can't see. That's not a very good combination. Okay, so we could just put that in there. And then let's see what else we have in here. Do we have some bigger stuff? Of course we do. Could put some wildflowers here. This pocket, we could leave it that way. And we could put something back there. Yep, we got in that pocket. And then we could put thing here. In that pocket, just pockets galore. Turn it around, put something in this pocket, perhaps that way. Yep, so we have that pocket there, or you could do it that way, have something in that pocket, just pockets. Again, excuse the sniffles. Do it that way. Yep, just pockets everywhere. All right, guys, so that is our project for today. I'm going to let you all go and go blow my nose. I'm so sorry. And I do think it's about time to go and take a shower and get ready for my appointment. You guys know how I am about, wanting to make a video when I should be getting in the shower and getting ready to go to an appointment. Because then, excuse all the reaches, I'm going to put things back where they go. Can't pick that up, so let's slide it. Yeah, about how I am about doing that and then rushing around everywhere. So there we go, guys. So there's that pocket. That was probably a little overstuffed, but these are the little pockets that we made today. Let's put the one that finished and somewhat on its way to be finished and two completely unfinished right there. So those are our projects for today. Thank you all so much for coming over and spending some time with me in my craft room. I really do appreciate it. Please keep the prayers coming. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.